He is the former WBA cruiserweight champion of the world from Brussels, Belgium, Ryad Merhy. He is the reigning and defending WBO International and WBC USA heavyweight champion from Toledo, Ohio, Jared, the real big baby Anderson!
Jared Anderson had emerged as America's most exciting heavyweight prospect in years.
Guy, former football player, 6'4", 276, and he's absorbing a lot of punishment, and a big left hand will end the night.
Trained by K. Karoma and promoted by Top Rank, Anderson blended speed, size, explosiveness, and charisma, earning comparisons to a young Riddick Bowe or even a more technical Deontay Wilder.
That Anderson, no, he can box, but look at the pace that he's fighting at.
Oh, big shot comes in. This fight is over.
The 24-year-old from Toledo, Ohio, had shown flashes of brilliance and flaws in his most recent fight against Charles Martin, where he was buzzed but rallied back to win.
Most of the time. So he must feel good. Oh, that right hand drops Martin here in round number 3.
This fight wasn't just about winning, it was about looking dominant and showing he was ready for top 10 opposition.
He wants to take his time. He wants to see what the young man knows. He has the experience. Murray's just being calculated, taking his time, looking for the opportunity.
By the way, the height advantage, it's quite obvious. Anderson's 6'4".
Pickens.
Boy, is it.
Easy pickings.
It's one thing to be patient, another thing to make patience look like hopelessness.
And I don't think what Murray really realizes is that Jared can do this all night.
Show up that
nice
custom auto shift.
He dropped his right hand right there when Jared fainted. And look at the right hand. I mean,
pick him up, Jared. Pick him up. Stop. Good job.
Here you see him. Nice shift right there from him. He's going to have to start mounting his attack sooner or later because he's the first round. Jared clearly won, and there is what he was looking for. Timing. Tess.
You have said that time and again.
From day one, he knew it was coming and it landed, but he took a little bit of steam by just rolling his head a little bit on that shot.
Switching stances.
Murray told us in the fighter meetings, he said, the more he punches, the more opportunities that gives to me in trying to take advantage of his mistakes. There's no action going on. You can actually lose points. Why doesn't boxing?
You know, a fighter who is acting in that manner, and you can hear the boos coming in with what Ryad is doing.
How do you deal with the guy who's not engaging? He says
and that is the task for Jared Anderson.
The next round, I would say.
Listen,
busy.
Jared's a high volume guy. He's young. There's going to be times he falls in. He's off balance, and he wants to time him, but he's stressed at the right moments. He may not.
And Jared has a high IQ. There he is trying to take that angle again. He's still a work in progress. Like everybody want to send him to the wolves already. You know, I understand what he's saying. I mean, he's highly ranked as well. Fighter each training camp, and you want to see little improvements.
And now unloading with headshots.
Nice counter roll right there from Murray.
If you faint, you wide open, champ. Every time you faint, you do this.
25. And then as Bob Arum in Top Rank said openly this week, and then it's
staying there. You know, obviously just work this thing.
54 jabs thrown in the second round that according to comp you've thrown in the second round. Bernardo.
I just spoke with Samuel DeCuba with the left, but the right hand needs to be more active now.
In that second round where you had that career high jab total of 54. Yes.
With arms that he's not willing to use. Man, this is awful.
There's finally coming. There's a sweeping right hand across the belt line. It was a good body shot by Jared Anderson.
Stop. Good
Because all he doing is waiting to for one to counter and for one to get into the later rounds so he can try to come back.
Participate in the battle. This is what you're going to get. Boring fights. He can't be just dependent on one shot to end the night.
You said it to me earlier. You said, you know, I think the Cove right now, as Ajagba and Via Neville were the heavyweights that put on the show.
He doesn't want to get hit with anything. You being the fighter to take more risks, take more chances, to try to make it an entertaining fight, or do you keep doing what?
However, you have to assess the advantages you have.
Stop. Good job.
Tell Jared the real, because he had talent. He was extremely talented of Jared Anderson in his game, and he's going to try to correct them little by little over time. One of my good friends.
What did it say, Timmy?
He said, Ryad is dropping down. You see him drop down again?
Yep. Jared trying to pull down the guard with that lead hand.
No, however, I see what he's talking about.
Yes.
Oh, he's closed the gap. He's starting to land shots.
Good body shot with the right hand, getting around that left. He's athletic. And he's a really, really nice young man, too.
Yes, he is. Great really father. Comes from how far each of them go.
Anderson here, round number. On May 6th, early morning.
There's an uppercut.
There's the uppercut that sneaks in from that southpaw stance. Split the guard and then sent the uppercut.
See Jared trying to step on the gas. He's stepping on the gas a little bit more. Now he's closed the gap down. Jared's trying to take a little bit of steam off his punches.
See Jared Anderson barely breathing hard. Look at the punches. A cruiserweight who could campaign at that middle ground and always knows he can backpedal in weight class and have a career there, but that's not really the attitude.
Been in survival mode from round one. Good shot right there from Jared. He'll be able to counter. Because Murray will explode to 1 or 2 punches. Once you elude that, he's wide open. There it is again. Jared catching that on the gloves this time. Good shot.
You could hear it and you could see, right? We discussed this earlier. You know, he said, we understand how the Division 6, meaning you let Fury and Usyk and AJ take to go the distance with them was a very different night. That was Charles Martin, who had Jared in trouble too. How does it advance you?
Well, one thing is his patience. It's definitely advancing his patience because becoming reckless and just throwing caution to the wind.
If not now, when? If you're Ryad Merhy, if you've gotten to the end of the tunnel, you can see the light, why not throw?
He didn't come to win.
Now he comes forward finally.
Should have been doing that from round 2. Good shot right there. Good looping shot. Not getting frustrated with the fact that he doesn't have a lot of competition coming back at him forth.
Somewhat of a minded effort in the 10th round.
I stayed sharp 10 rounds. That's the biggest takeaway. I got to make some changes. You know, I made some mistakes. I got hit with a few punches. I shouldn't have got hit at all. He didn't even come to fight, so I shouldn't have got hit at all, man.
All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still WBO International and WBC USA heavyweight champ, Jared, the real big baby Anderson.